Hi everybody, I'm recording this video on the 28th of November 2022, which means Christmas is coming, which means there will be a DayZ Christmas event coming. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can add a Christmas event or the Christmas events to your server for PlayStation, Xbox or PC. They normally play a noise as well. Oh, as it started, there we go. And then we've got these gift boxes that I tell you, see what's... Can we see what's inside a gift box? Do we have to unwrap it, don't we? Ooh, what's in? Some hunter pants. Let's see what's inside this one. Oh, I'm so excited. A badly damaged landmine. Excellent. So the other event that you can do is the Santa Sleigh as well, which spawns Santas. So I'm going to show you how to do this for your server. Now, the thing to remember is, though, I am doing this before the official release of the Christmas event for 2022. So they may do something different, but if they do exactly the same thing that they did last year, then this is the way that you're going to do it. Now, to start off with, I'm just going to go through it looking at the files, assuming you know where these files are. And then I'm going to go through it. We're actually going to go onto a server and do it as well. If you're a little bit like, oh, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, Rob. So the two files we're interested in are events.xml and types.xml. And these are the same for Chernarus and Livonia. Well, they're not the same files, but they're the same type of files we're looking at. And what you want to do is you want to download your events.xml. You want to make a copy of it, and then you want to open it up in your favorite text editor, and you want to search for tree. Okay, and then that will then appear is you'll then get your static Christmas tree event up, and what you'll see is that this is set to active is 0 at the moment, so it's not working. So what you want to do there is you want to change that to 1, and then the next one you want to look for is you do a Control F and you want to search for Sleigh, and that will bring up the Santa Crash event, and you change that to 1 as well. They've already got the loop mins and maxes already in, and then we can save that, upload it back to your server, restart your server, and those events will start to fire in. However, the gift boxes, the presents, won't start to spawn in. Okay, that they won't spawn in, but if you want a really simple way of just adding those things in, that's how you can do it. Before I go any further though, I just want to say as well is I'll put a link in the description below the video to Bohemia Interactive's official GitHub, where they keep their Christmas files. So they keep the DayZ Central Economy files, and they keep the Christmas files as well. Now, at the moment, these files are from a year ago, and they're the entire events.xml and entire types.xml file. So although they do keep the bits for Christmas, they haven't got all the new stuff that's been patched into the game since then, so don't use these files in their entirety. However, if you do go to this GitHub and you notice these say like 1 day ago or 2 days ago when they were last updated, they'll have the new event if Bohemia Interactive decide to do things slightly different. Okay, so the next thing is, okay, what about the presents? How do I make the presents appear? Now, the easiest way to do this is to go into your types.xml, so download it from your server, make a copy, open it up in your favorite text editor, and just do a search for a gift box like so, and you get your gift box up like this. So these are gift boxes. Now, gift boxes, they spawn when they're going to spawn at seasonal events, also village, town, shelves and floors. So I think when we activate them, they will also spawn not only at the Christmas trees, but they'll spawn at the Santa sleighs. They'll also spawn if you've got bonfires active, and I think they'll spawn at areas around, you know, in towns and villages. Now, the easiest way to change all of these, I mean, you can just go through and you can change all of them. So we could go through and say, okay, so let's have 12 large gift boxes. Let's change that, the nominal to 12. Let's change the minimum to 10. A quick way that you can do it if you wanted to was you could do something like this. You could do Control F and you can go to replace, and you could say, okay, I want to change nominal is 0 right down to minimum is 0. So you could copy that. So we want to find that, and then we want to change that to what we just did. So nominal is 12, min is 10. So we can say replace with that. And then what you can do is you can then, we've already done that one, haven't we? So you can then go down and just highlight all of these, because there's quite a few. There we go. And then we could say in selection, replace all. So if we click replace all, so it says all 11 occurrences were replaced. Then if we just go up, we can just see 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12. So they're all active now. Now there is also gift wrap that you can do. No, I won't bother doing that. So then we could save that, re-upload that, and what would happen now is, just like you saw in that little video clip I was just playing, the trees would spawn and they would have the presents around them. They're a bit of fun, aren't they? They're a bit of fun. And then you would do the reverse after Christmas. You could do the same search and replace. Restart your server. So if you're now thinking, all right, cool, great, but I got a bit lost there, Rob, let's look at it on an actual server itself. So this is a Nitrado PlayStation server. In fact, let's choose my Xbox server. So we're going to go into the web interface here. Bum, 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 bum. Internet's running a little bit slow. We're going to scroll down. We're going to go to the file browser. And then we're going to click on the missions folder. So on PlayStation, it's PS missions. On Xbox, it's XB missions. On PC, I think it's just DayZ missions. But you've got to click down a couple of folders to get to it on PC. And then, if it's a Chernarus server, you'll have Chernarus Plus. If it's a Livonia server, you'll see DayZ Plus and DayZ and Enoch is the code name for Livonia. So you would go into the Livonia one. But this is Chernarus, so we're going to click on here. And then we're going to go into the DB directory, so that's where the events is. And then we're going to click on events. Don't always recommend you edit stuff directly on the server, but this is a fairly simple one. Scroll down a bit, click somewhere in the file, Control F, search for tree, static Christmas tree, there it is. So let's change the active to 1. Be careful we don't delete any of the brackets. Do another Control F, search for Sleigh, there it is, Santa Sleigh. Oop. We change the active to 1, and then we would scroll down, save that, and then we would restart the server if we wanted just those events to fire without the presents. If we want the presents to fire, we've got to go back to DB. Now this is where it can get a bit tricky, because the types.xml file is very large, and sometimes browsers don't like loading it. But once it's loaded, I would do Control F and I would search for gift box, like so. And here, what I would probably use, I would go through and I would change this manually. So I go for all of them. Now it's going to take you a while. So change that to 12, change that to 10, like so. Very carefully go through, change them all. Nominal 12, minimum 10, and just go through like that for all the gift boxes, and then you would then save your changes, restart your server, and then that would then be working. Obviously, the best way I would always recommend you do it is to download the file, make a copy, edit locally, re-upload. You can always use an XML validator just to check you haven't made any spelling mistakes. Then go in and obviously check it on your server. The easiest events to check whether they're working or not is definitely the Christmas tree one, because the Christmas trees are in all of the major towns. So if you go to a major city, it will have a Christmas tree somewhere in it, and you can just check to see whether the Christmas the Xmas presents are spawning in. A classic thing that happens if you find that all you're getting is water bottles, it's because you haven't activated the gift boxes in your types.xml. But as you can see, you get quite a few presents. It's a bit of fun, isn't it, for Christmas? It's quite nice. Not sure how immersive it is, but hey, you know, I'm sure even in the zombie apocalypse, even in the infected apocalypse, they would celebrate if they could. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hopefully you found that video useful. If you have, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.